have opened a new chapter, a new direction to an exciting world of possibility.
I think we've got no watches because our mobile phone can do the same as a watch, and I don't like watches.
Well, it's everything, not on your fingertips, but around your wrist. While some say smartwatches could be the future of technology, critics say big tech companies are making products nobody wants. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Beth Haynes. This week, Samsung unveiled its smartwatch called the Samsung Galaxy Gear. It's actually one of several companies who recently announced the wearable technology, and it has many in the tech industry wondering if our wrists are the next battleground for technology. And Dan Thompson with Claris Networks is joining us now to talk more about this big unveiling of the Samsung smartwatch. We're not just seeing this with Samsung.
Right.
Talk about the companies right now that all have a similar product.
Sure, yeah. So Samsung, Sony, and Qualcomm have all introduced similar devices. In my opinion, the Samsung is kind of the more forward-thinking of the devices. It integrates nicely if you have one of their Samsung phones. And so basically the idea with these devices right now anyway is they're a companion device. They're meant to sync with your phone from your wrist, so you could do things like pull up contacts, see that you got an email, maybe read and reply to the email from your wrist. And then the thing of it is, though, is you know, if you look at the battery life on these things, like the Samsung is about a day. So I mean, we're used to, I mean, like, when was the last time you changed the watch battery, right? I mean, like, never. Like, I usually buy a new watch when it's time to change the battery, but with these things, it's just like your cell phone. You're going to have to remember to plug it in every day. But then the question of, like the guy in the video was saying, is like, I don't really wear it. I mean, I'm not wearing one.
I haven't worn a watch in years because I have my smartphone.
Exactly.
Or I had a cell phone before, which I could look and check the time. So is this idea going to take off, and how are companies going to convince consumers that this is what they need?
Right, so a couple of thoughts on that. So, number one, if you go to any website, like Google smartwatch, and then just start browsing through the comments on all those websites, and they are full of people saying this is a totally silly idea, like nobody's going to buy this. So that's one side of the pendulum. The other side is Apple has been rumored to be making the iWatch. Now, we all know as soon as Apple gets onto something, people just go crazy about it. So what will be really interesting is it seems that you have a market that's already polarized to not like something. And so now if Apple launches it, it'll be interesting to see if it really swings to people like it, or people will say, yeah, nah, I still don't like it.
Do you think the iWatch would offer the same features that the smartphone does, or is it going to be completely new?
Right, right. So there's two lines of thinking on that, and at this point it's all guesses. Most people believe, based on, you know, interesting things that we've stumbled upon and that have been leaked, that the iWatch will have more functionality than what we're talking about with the Samsung, meaning that
have to.
Right, yeah. So it means people are thinking you'll be able to actually make calls from your watch. However, there are a good number of people who also think it's just going to be a companion device. So we'll just have to see. One thing is for sure, though, the Samsung and all those other watches are kind of ugly. I can guarantee you Apple's product will be nice.
It will be nice and sleek,
nice looking.
Sure. Well, you want to talk about this, a fun topic here. It's Google Glass. That seems to be the big thing right now. So are we going to see other wearable products out there when it comes to Google Glass?
It seems to be, like, this is kind of the current battleground, as you were saying a second ago. It seems to be that people and companies are trying to push us into that next realm of kind of augmented reality, you know, almost at your fingertips kind of technology. With the Google Glass, I was just in San Francisco last week. I saw a guy wearing it, and I have to say, it's as goofy as you think it's going to look. But I mean, he seemed to be into it. I mean, he was going around. But then, you know, you have all these questions, like when you walk into the men's room, what do you do with this thing, right? And people look. I mean, people would look at you in the bathroom and think, why are you aiming a camera at me right now? You know, because it's just socially unacceptable.
And it looks just like glasses? Or
it looks like glasses, but almost like Star Trek-y, kind of Geordie kind of thing. But the idea is really neat, and it's fascinating that people are speculating, excuse me, that you'll have contacts one day that will be able to do the same thing, so it'll just actually fit on your eyeball. But I don't know. Do we need that much technology? Do we need that much in our life?
I hope not.
I kind of think not. But you know, we'll just see where it goes. It's definitely cool stuff, though.
Cool stuff, but big price tag at this point?
Oh yeah, so the developer version of the Google Glass was like $1,500. I don't know about you. I got better things to spend $1,500 on. But you know, Google's big thing is they'll launch something and then they'll just keep refining it and dropping the price. So you know, just like TVs, maybe one day you'll be able to get
Maybe
a
one day
glass
we can
for
afford it.
inexpensive. Yeah, right.
Hey, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
Good Friday to you, and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. Same to you.
All right, we're coming right back after this break.